friends, happy Monday and welcome to the Daily Creative Challenge in Adobe Illustrator. My name is Julia Masalska and I'm your host for these 2 weeks. Thanks everyone for joining in the chat. I see there's a bunch of people here already. Michelle, Wade, Helena, Diver, Thiago. Wow, so many people. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining. And if you're joining from YouTube, make sure to go on to behance.net/live. This is where I'm going to be reading the chat. So good to have you all. Hi Lee, good to see you. Nick is here, Omar is here, Matt. Cool. So many of you guys are here, and today's Daily Creative Challenge is going to be super exciting. We're going to be creating some amazing stickers with the pen tool, and we are also going to be working with the type tool, so it's not going to be very difficult. If you're new to this, if you're completely new to this, don't worry, we're going to go step by step, and hopefully this will be easy to understand for everybody. Hi. Okay, all right, so let's jump onto our Daily Creative Challenge page. This is where you can find all the information on the Daily Creative Challenges. It's behance.net/challenge/illustrator. And all right, so this is how the Daily Creative Challenge page looks like. I can click take the challenge, and then I'm going to get guided into the Daily Creative Challenge chat. So we have the Discord chat right here, and the link to that you will find right here. So in case you are not able to get linked properly, this is the link. It's bit.ly/AI Discord, and I'll have to move my camera just a little bit closer because seems like, yeah, this is perfect. All right, so this is how it looks like, and here under the challenge hashtag is where you can submit your amazing daily creative challenges. So this is the last one that we've worked on. This was a poster or a print ad, and there is so much amazing work for you to check out. We want to encourage you guys to give each other feedback and to really interact and learn from each other, and I'm so happy to see all of the amazing work you guys have produced so far. All right, so to participate in the Daily Creative Challenge, you can go here on to Get Started, and this is where you can download the starter file. This is where we are going to jump in right away. This is how the file looks like. Today we're going to be working on stickers, and I have provided this mock-up for you guys just to be able to imagine those stickers a little bit better. So we have these different shapes that we're going to fill in with designs. So I'm super excited about that. Awesome. Hi Carissa, good to see you. All right, friends, so let's jump right into this. We are going to be starting with the backgrounds of our amazing stickers. And I'm looking at my mood board that I have created for myself for my festival branding. If you're new to Illustrator, feel free to follow me to follow along with the steps that I'm doing. But if you're a little bit more advanced, feel free to create your own branding, your own mood board, your own color palettes and typefaces. So yeah. Let's get started. Let's jump right into it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply something that I have pre-sketched a little bit. I'm going to show you guys real quick my sketches over here. So I have printed out this Illustrator file, and I've actually created some drafts for myself, some little notes, some little designs that I'm going to be working out in Illustrator. So feel free to do that as well. To print the file, you can go onto File and Print, and just make sure that all of the shapes are in your print. So I sketched on top of the print, and now I'm just going to look at it as my notes, and I'm going to create some backgrounds in the beginning, and then I'm going to add the type on top. So what I want to do in the beginning is I want to lock all of these objects because I don't want to move them around while I'm designing. Accidents happen, so I want to avoid that by clicking Command and 2. Now all my objects are already kind of locked, and I cannot select them anymore, so they cannot get into my way. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to start designing my shapes. And I'm going to go onto the rectangle tool, and I'm going to create little rectangles like this kind of. And I'm going to make them my brand colors. So I have created a library with the brand colors for my festival branding. My festival branding has to do with art and design. So as you can see, there's a lot of colors, and we have some character styles that I have saved to my library. To save character styles, all you have to do is, let's say you have some text box here, you can go onto the little plus here at the bottom, you can click plus, and then you can save the character style to your library. The same thing you can do with colors, the same thing you can do with different graphics. So I will be able, for example, to save those shapes to my libraries. The cool thing on libraries is also that you can share those with other people and you can collaborate on libraries, which is a really, really amazing way to collaborate, especially in those times of the quarantine where we're all kind of working from home together with our teams. All right, so what I want to do is I want to create a bunch of these rectangles, and they're all going to be arranged in a very, very random way. I just want to create a little background for my sticker. Now what I want to do is to copy and paste the rectangle. I can hold Option, drag and drop the element. So you can copy and paste anything you want. And this is what I'm also going to do. I'm going to create a bunch of those rectangles, and they're just going to look, they're just going to bring the fun into my sticker, the creativity, the festivity. It's going to be looking super fun. All right, so this is it. I think this should be good for now. Let me create one more over here, like that. And as you can see, I'm turning them into different directions just to create this randomness and to make them look fun and look like confetti. So what I want to do now is I want to create a background for this. So I'm going to go onto the rectangle tool and use a rectangle. And here I'm going to drag, well, this is not technically a rectangle, it's actually a square. So, and here on the corners, as you can see, we have these little dots. So if you pull these dots in, you will create a radius inside this rectangle. So what we want to do, we kind of want to match it to our sticker. And now what I want to do is I want to select all of these objects, and I'm going to go onto my properties panel and I'm going to click divide. So now we have all of the shapes that I have just selected kind of stamped into each other. We kind of cut them out from each other. So I'm just going to remove all the excess here. So all of the shapes that are kind of on the sides of this shape. And to select multiple objects, what you do is you hold Shift and click on all the objects you want to select. And to delete them, you simply click the delete button on your keyboard. So now, of course, I want to make my background a different color. So I'm selecting my background and I'm going again into my libraries. By the way, if your libraries panel is not activated, you can go onto Window and click on Libraries to activate it. And the panel that I'm mostly working on here is the Properties panel. That one you can also activate by going onto Window and clicking onto Properties. The Properties panel is amazing for, creating really fast workflows, just because whenever you select a tool, whenever you're working, let's say I'm working with the rectangle tool, all I see here on the right side of my properties panel are the relevant properties for this specific tool. So depending on the tool, it will show different properties, and I really, really love to use this tool in my workflow just because it makes things so much faster and easier. All right, so now I'm just going to, of course, now this is a group, so I'll have to, play around with the colors a little bit. I'll have to go into it, and let's say I want to have, I'm going to make the whole group pink first, and then I'm going into it, double clicking, and I'm going to make the background blue. And by using the brand colors that we have, created, it creates a cohesive feel for all of these objects. And so this helps us, to work on in a cohesive branding. So as you can see, the past challenges were all made in these similar colors. And that's what I can recommend you guys if you're working on a branding project. Make sure that the colors are always the same, and create your color palette, make your library, and so that all the assets that you have are repeating each other. And then you will create this cohesiveness in your designs. All right, so now I'm going to go with the pen tool as promised. It's here in the where the paintbrush is. You can go on the pencil tool, and all right, so here now I'm just going to create random, well, actually let's continue with this one here. And I have these like random blobs that I have to just fill out the space. And what I'm going to do is, of course, I need to see them, so I will make them a color. Let's say I'm making them blue. So again, I'm going into my pencil tool, and I'm just creating random blobs. Honestly, it's nothing really specific. I'm just experimenting. So yeah, just try out whatever shapes you think work with your branding. You can also draw something that's less abstract for sure. So just feel free to experiment here and create your own. And again, I want to make it blue. So let's create some smaller shapes in between as well. And all right, I think we're good now. So I'm just going to select them all once again, and I'm going to make them blue. Okay, so this one is not very closed here, so I'm going to go onto my pencil tool, and I'm going to continue here, continue my shape, and I'm going to fill it out just so that we have this complete round shape. All right, so now I have these like splashes going on here, which I'm kind of liking already. I can encourage you guys to experiment with different shapes, and you can still edit them. You can also go in, you know, resize them and adjust them in their position, just so you can create a little, you know, balanced out image. So now what I want to do is I want to create the same shape that I have at the bottom, the hexagon. So I'm going into the, yeah, it's a hexagon, but it's the polygon tool here. And I'm going to create a polygon that's similar to what I have here. And again, the polygon also has the feature that you can create radiuses on the sides. So that's what I'm doing already also. And I'm going to position it exactly the same way like I did here in my other hexagon. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to select all of these objects again, and I'm going to go onto my properties and go onto divide. Okay, so now again, I'm removing the excess objects here around the hexagon. And now I have this shape that's filled with these, you know, random shapes here inside. So I want to recolor the center part again. The background, I'm going into my libraries, and let's see what color works for this. Maybe a blue, maybe a pink, maybe a yellow, maybe a green. I'm kind of liking the blue, so let's stick with that for now. And you can still change things up afterwards. Michelle is saying the bottom right one looks like a dog's head. Could be, yeah. Abstract objects are always something you can interpret things in, so I'm not surprised why you're seeing this. It's actually something that's very common. Okay, so now I'm jumping into my other sticker, and I'm just creating random lines. And so to align them in a perfect distance to each other, or in the same distance to each other, I'm going into the properties panel, and I'm going into my align tool. And here you can click the three dots, and you'll have some additional align settings. And right now I'm going to horizontally distribute the space between them. And of course, I don't want to distribute the space in my artboard, because otherwise they'll distribute all the way to the sides. What I want to do is align to selection. So now again, I'm doing the same thing, and now they're perfectly distributed in next to each other. Okay, so this is what I want to do. And now I'm going to create additional circles. I'm going to use the ellipse tool and hold shift to create a perfect circle. Otherwise, if you don't hold shift, this is what you get. But we want perfect circles for now, so I'm just going to create this one right here, and I'm going to copy paste it by holding option shift and drag it to the side. Okay, so now I have these circles going on, I have these stripes going on, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Going to create a little bit more, I'm going to create a little bit more objects just so it gets a little bit more interesting. So now, if I want to center align these two circles, I'm going into my, so align to selection is very important here, because if you align it to the artboard, it will go in the center of the artboard, but that's not what we want. So now again, I'm going into my align tool, and I'm going to center align them this time. So again, here I'm selecting these two by holding shift and center align, and these two I want to horizontally align as well, so they're perfectly matched to each other. All right, So now let's create this, or we can also just go in Command Option and 2 and unlock all of our shapes, and we can just copy and paste the shape into our new layer. So I'm just going to click Command and C, then I'm going to click Command and 2 to lock it again, and Command and V to paste it. So now I have the same shape. It will make it a little bit easier for you guys. So now this has a drop shadow. I don't want this drop shadow here, so I'm just going onto my properties panel and I'm going to delete the effect. So now I'm just having a regular rectangle without an effect. That's what I want. Okay, now I'm selecting all of those, and again I'm going into divide. So I'm going into my Pathfinder and clicking divide. And now I have all these shapes here inside my you know, this arc shape. So I'm deleting all the excess here because I won't need that really. And then I'm going to recolor everything that's filled in inside this arc shape, so that my sticker is basically filled with different types of shapes. Okay, so I have this stripe here, I have this stripe here, I have this part of the stripe, and I have this stripe. So I'm going to make them all the same color, maybe this blue. And now I have these parts of the stripe inside the circles, and those are going to be a different color. Let's say they're going to be orange. And now I'm selecting all of these other objects. Let's work with these first. So the circles are having the orange filling here, or the red filling, and everything besides that, the circles will be filled in a different color. So I want to select everything that's outside the circles. Okay, and now I want to work with the background color here. So let me select all of these shapes. So here I'm selecting everything that's left out gray, and I'm making this another color. Let's see what will work with that. Maybe let's see if the green works. Yeah, let's work with pink. That's fine. Okay, so now let's jump into our last sticker. I feel like something is missing at the bottom, but we are going to fill it out, I promise. So as you can see, there's a variety of different shapes that we are already using, but you know, it's interesting how the color can still make things look cohesive, although they look so different. And you know, we have some organic shapes going on, we have some geometric shapes going on, we have this chaos of rectangles going on, and still the things look like they belong together because we're using similar colors, and we are going to use the similar typefaces. And I'm also going to put my festival logo on all of these, just so it's recognizable that these stickers belong to this festival. All right, again, I'm going to use the pencil tool. I'm going to draw some lines. Okay, this one was a little too short, like this. Okay, looks like we might have enough. Let's see. I should have made them some color, but that's okay. Let's make them a color. Actually, I'm going to make them the lines like pink, like that. And of course, I need to lock my object here, so Command and 2, so that my object doesn't get the pink outline. Okay, so now I see that I need to realign some things here, and I'm just going to do that right now. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to unlock the object again, Command Option and 2, and now I'm going to select all of these, so the lines and also this background. Oh, actually, let me just copy paste it to the top, Command and C, and then I'm going to lock it, Command and 2, and then Command and V to place it on top. And I'm going to remove the effect here, so the drop shadow, I'm just going to click on this trash can. There we go. Now we just have a regular rectangle. And now I'm going to cut through this rectangle again by clicking divide. And now I have all these different parts of my shape. And now I can go in and change the colors just like I did in the previous designs. And again, using the same technique kind of creates cohesiveness, and this is what we want. We want to have the parts look cohesive. And let me see what's the color that I can use here. Maybe this pink. Yeah, this looks kind of cool already. Here, maybe I will try another color. Maybe there's something that works better. Let's do this. This looks way more fun and way more colorful. Okay, so now let's add some typefaces here. Here I want to add my Power of Art logo, and this is this one. Where is it? Right there. So I'm just going into my past design, and I'm just going to copy paste it into my new artwork. By the way, this is very easy to do. You just have to create a rectangle and then set the typeface on top, and you just use the divide tool like I did earlier. Okay, so here I'm going to use a different color for this to make it really pop. Okay, this blue kind of works with this. Okay, so now I can even go in and I can work on this rectangle without adjusting, without really messing up the let me go a little bit further into the rectangle like this. So now I can match the rectangle to fit it into my sticker design. Okay, perfect. So I love this already, and I'm going to copy paste this and put it into all the other stickers. I'm going to make it way smaller. Here I'm going to tilt it to the side and, you know, kind of match it here to the side. And I've also found a bunch of different art quotes that I want to use. So I'm going to show you those in a second. All right, this is here already. I'm making it a little bit smaller, and I'm always aligning it so that you have this like so you have a little like rectangle going on. So the space on the sides and the bottom is the same, because I want to create a layout inside my sticker as well. Always pick a color that kind of creates a lot of contrast so it's still legible. And I am going to make this a little smaller because it's a little dramatic right now. Okay, like this. And I'm going to copy paste this by holding Option and into my last sticker. Here I'm going to make it way smaller. And okay, so this could work like that. Maybe I can use another color, maybe this blue. All right, so we have all these stickers, and now I want to put in 3 different quotes, and I'm going to use my type tool here, and I'm going to type. So I have different quotes. I have something that's let's get creative. Let's get creative. Okay, and now I'm going to select all this type, going into Properties, center align it, and then I'm going to click Command Shift and O to outline it, and I'm going to make it way larger, and I'm going to place it on my sticker. I'm going to make it way larger again. Okay, put it in the center somehow, and then I'm going to click it and Command C and V. So I'm going to create a copy of this, and I'm going to use the last my other design, and I'm going to create some kind of little outline, a white outline, so that the text is better legible. And I'm going to create a pretty big stroke, and I'm going to place the other copy on top. So now it's way better legible. As you can see, we have this white stroke going on, which you know, is helpful to create better legibility. Let's see what we can also do with I'm going to lock this, Command and 2, and I'm going to lock that, Command and 2. Actually, I'm going to lock everything with Command and 2 so I can access the type easier. Actually, what I can do here is I can also work with my colors, and I can make a different color. I can make it really nice and yellow or blue or light blue. Let's see what works. I think the yellow worked pretty well, and the red worked pretty. Yeah, let's stick with yellow for now. Okay, so now I'm going to place the other copy on top, just like this. So now we have this cool background going on, and it will make it easier to read also. Okay, the next quote will be art is life. So I'm going to use my type tool, and I'm going to type art is life. And I'm going to make it in my brand typeface here that I have in my libraries. And of course it's a little too large, so I'm going to go and change the typeface size. Oh, this could work for us. And I'm going to go Command Shift and O to outline it, and I'm going to place it on the next sticker. So now I have this art is life sticker here going on, and let's see what color works with this. Maybe we can change the color here to this red, for example. And again, you guys can feel free to experiment and to apply your own you know, your own typefaces and your own style. And you can even here, you can also produce this little outline that we did here, so feel free to do that as well. And the last quote is never stop creating. Never stop creating. Never stop creating. And I'm going to again click Command Shift and O, outline the typeface, put it into my sticker, And again, I'm going to experiment a little bit with my color. Yeah, blue works here. Okay, friends, so let's post my artwork to, or I'm going to post this artwork in a second because we're running out of time, but I'm going to show you real quick how to post it. So here, again, we have this Discord link here. It's bit.ly/AI Discord, and this is our channel. So this is where I'm going to be posting my work in just a minute. Yeah, I'm looking forward to your submissions, guys, and I'm looking forward to see what you come up with. And yeah, it's just going to be great to have some stickers. Feel free to print them out as well. You can also create real stickers out of that. That would be exciting to see as well. Cool, you're all doing good so far. If you are a little bit overwhelmed, feel free to rewatch this one you know, just follow step by step. And if you are more advanced, feel free to create your own. Feel free to create your own stickers and using your own branding. And I'm looking forward to your guys' submissions at bit.ly/AI Discord. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Julia Masalska, like so. And feel free to ask questions. And Sadiq is saying, hi, Julia. Hi, Sadiq. Awesome. Okay, guys, so I will see you tomorrow for the next Daily Creative Challenge. And make sure to submit your Daily Creative Challenge today. And stay tuned for the next stream. See you.